Hello folks, Smellbringer here, and today I'll bring you a fairly personal video. There's no script, there's no friends, there's nothing like that. It's just gonna be me talking about Halo 3. And I say that because today's, on the day I upload this, is the 10th anniversary of Halo 3. And it's one of my favorite games of all time. And I want to talk about it because it means a lot to me as a gamer and as a fan of the Halo franchise. I got in the franchise with Halo 2, but I was really stoked by the ending. And I just had to have the next Halo game. Like, I had to have it now, but it was 2005, and the wait was agonizing. I didn't even get an Xbox 360 until about, well, more about that later. But I begged my mom for an Xbox 360, and it's like, no, I'm not going to get you one. You don't need it. I'm like, oh, mom, please. Thankfully, though, there were other games to keep me occupied. I mostly played Star Wars Republic Commando around that time, which is a great, like, Star Wars Halo Cross thing. You know, it's this first-person shooter. What you need to know is that the people who made the guy behind Republic Commando made Halo 5, and yeah, that doesn't bode well, does it? Okay, but back to seriousness, though. Well, not seriousness, I'm just kind of fucking around with this video, but you know what I mean. Back to the actual topic at hand. Halo 3 finally came out in 2007, and I saw the trailers, I saw the multiplayer beta, and I was so jealous. I just wanted it now. I had to have it now. And you know, I was going stir crazy. And the day I got it was a normal October. Me and my mom went to go pick up some books like we usually do because I was an avid book reader at the time from Borders. It's closed now. Borders is closed now, but I used to go there a lot when I was a kid. It was like a family thing. Like once every week we'd all go and we'd get books and we'd get Chinese food. Yeah, it was fun, you know? It was fun. And we were coming back and my mom said she has to stop at Target, and I'm like, oh, okay. And actually, no, she had to go to Staples. And me and my friend went to Target so we could pick up we could pick up a new copy of Halo 1 because my copy of Halo 1 broke. So we do that and we get back in the car. My mom drives across the street to the Hollywood Video, which had a store called Game Crazy, which was like Hollywood Video's answer to GameStop. And my mom buys Halo 3 and the Xbox 360, and I was so happy. Like, that was like, I was over the moon over that. Like, oh my god, yes. I was like 11 at the time, and it's like, oh my god, yes, please, yes. So I just played the hell out of the game, and at first it was on easy mode. Yeah, I was a bit of a scrub. I can easily like do heroic mode behind my back nowadays, but back then I was doing freaking easy mode. Like, I don't even play on normal anymore. It's like that's a joke to me. Easy? I haven't done that in years. But when I first started, it was on easy mode, and then we played the hell out of the multiplayer, and it was so much fun because back in those days, my dad and my brother also played games with me, and Halo was on the top of our list because it was so good. We had so much fun with 1 and 2, so 3 was naturally the next pick. And I loved it so much. I loved it. Freaking heck. It was such a good game. Like, it is a great game. But Halo 3, right after Halo 3, the next thing was my dad, who, like I mentioned, played video games with us. He wanted to get in on the online gaming thing. So my mom bought me, my dad, and my brother all Xbox Live subscriptions. And you want to know the reason why Microsoft allows you to tether a bunch of accounts to one Xbox Live account nowadays as part of a family network? Because back then, that cost $180 for 3 people to play Halo 3. And it was, oh god, yeah, that was nuts. Thankfully, they did away with that. And, oh god. Just, oh god. But yeah, but this is also where my current username comes from, Smellbringer. Back when I was playing Halo 3 local, I called myself Wayne Hellbringer, and I wanted to keep that up for Xbox Live. So I went in, I was making that. My brother's like, dude, you know what would be funnier though? What? Smellbringer. Wade Smellbringer. Think about that. I'm like, yeah, that would actually be funnier, you know? Because my brother at the time had a different username, and it was funny. I think it was Mexican for penguin, and then some numbers at the end of it. Not Mexican, Spanish for penguin. And, sorry, I forgot to use the proper wording for that. It's not Mexican, it's penguin. It's not Mexican, it's Spanish. No, it's not Mexican. It's penguin. It's penguin for penguin. That makes total sense. Okay, but yeah, no. And my dad's username was a reference to beer. He hasn't played online. He hasn't played video games since like 2009. Like it's been almost 10 years. He quit. But yeah, Halo 3 was like the bomb for me. I loved it, and God, just talking about it, like, it's getting me laughing right now. I'm thinking about it. And, you know, one night, and then we try setting it up, Xbox Live, and it's going super slow, and realize it's our satellite connection, because we had DirecTV at the time, so my dad's like, screw it, we're going to Comcast, because that was, like, so much faster, and honestly, we haven't really had issues since. Like, I love cable compared to satellite. I'm just gonna say that now. Like, it's so much better because it can rain and your TV signal doesn't go out, because that used to happen a lot when we were kids watching Disney Channel and the signal would just cut out because of satellite. Oh god, that was horrible. But with cable, that wasn't a problem anymore, so we were free to play as much Halo as we wanted, and it was so much fun. Like, oh, we had a blast playing Halo 3. it was so good. On Xbox Live specifically. Good times. And then Halo 3 ODST rolls around, and I'm like, yes. And Halo 3 ODST becomes really my favorite Halo campaign, because it's just good. It's really good, and it's part of the Halo 3 experience, in my opinion. It's an expansion. Like, it even has the full multiplayer experience from Halo 3 put onto a separate disc, you know? It's like, yeah. So you hadn't invested in Halo 3 and didn't really care much for the story, but you wanted the new firefight mode that came in ODST, you just picked up, and the multiplayer 3, you just picked them both up for like $60, which admittedly $60 was a bit of a scam on that part, Microsoft. Thank you very much. But yeah, it was really good. And that's really, I don't know why I love Halo 3 so much more than Halo 2, because naturally you'd assume I have more nostalgic connection to Halo 2, but the problem with Halo 2 is the levels go on forever, like far longer than they need to, specifically the Arbiter levels, which can just drag. Like, they are legitimately the worst parts of Halo 2, and if it wasn't for the existence of Halo 5, I'd say they're the worst part of the franchise, but Halo 5 exists, so Halo 5 is the worst part of the franchise. I'm sorry to shout on Halo 5. It's a bad game. Like, it really, the campaign's a stinker. I'm not gonna lie. I hate the campaign for Halo 5. But I love the campaign for Halo 3. It was, like, super moody, like, suspenseful. It was really good, because I was 11 at the time. So, you know, things like, you think it was suspenseful. It's like, yeah, I do, actually. I do think it was legitimately suspenseful and legitimately good. I love Halo 3. It's one of my favorite games of all time, because it's just so much fun. And then there was the map packs, and then there was Forge, and it was so good. It did so much for the Halo franchise that other Halo games are just trying to copy their success. Every Halo game has so far gone, what can we do that 3 did and do it better? Like, 3 is the jumping point. No one ever goes back to 2. It's like, hey, what can we do with that 2 did? You know, it's like, oh, maybe you could bring back some of the ideas from 2, like dual wielding, or, yeah, dual wielding. Bring back dual wielding, that would be lovely. But it's like, Halo 3 just is a great game. It's a great game, because, like I mentioned, well, the campaign was just, like, slow-paced in Halo 2, and it's like, it went on forever and ever. The flood levels with the Arbiter. Halo 3 is fast-paced, action-packed, and hits you with set piece after set piece after set piece. Because one moment you're on a highway, the next moment you're in a city, the next moment you're fighting off the flood in that same city, which admittedly is the only time you ever really backtrack in Halo 3, because you have to go back through the city you go through the city in one mission, and then you have to go back in the next mission. But But even then, the environment and everything about the atmosphere has been so changed by the flood that you don't mind it. And it's like then you're on a alien planet taking part in a massive sand battle, and then after that you're trying to take down these towers, and then okay, the next mission sucks. But it's like there's just set piece after set piece. It's a train ride, and it doesn't stop until the end, except for that flood level. Yeah, let's not talk about that. Rest in spaghetti, never forgetty. But yeah, I love it. There's really nothing much more to say. I love it. While me and my brother don't really play video games anymore together, I'll always remember the times we played Halo 3. And like he would drive the Warthog and I would gun it, and we would be unstoppable. We were an unstoppable duo in the Warthog and the Warthog. Like, oh, it was like, because all the driver needs to do is focus. The driver has the hard task. My brother was really good about driving, and the gunner needs to know what to prioritize. And for me, it was snipers, and then it was heavy weapons experts, snipers, everyone else. Unless it was a Banshee, in which case I blew up the Banshee first. But either way, Halo 3 is just so good. Like, talking about it just brings back so many memories. And plus, it was the one thing that kept me alive in middle school. I was a very hated and very not liked child in middle school. And honestly, I might have deserved it. I don't remember that well. But either way, I was depressed and I was down. And I escaped that by playing Halo 3. I escaped it too well because I didn't do my homework, but other than that, I escaped it pretty well. Yeah, it is the one thing I credit the Halo series with, like, keeping me from being overly suicidal or even committing suicide at the time. Like, because that's the effect it had on me. It's a personal effect, but it's not just my own nostalgic connection, because, again, I'd had that kind of connection in Halo 2 or Halo Reach, but I don't. Halo 3, honestly to me, is the pinnacle of the Halo franchise. It's what every other Halo aspires to be. Halo 4 was just, we're trying to be Halo 3, but we added some abilities in. Halo 5 was trying to be Halo 3, but with a different story and more expanded, and Warzone, which is awful. But either way, every game in the series has tried to match what Halo 3 has done, and so far they've all failed. They've all failed. Halo 4, sure, it's good. Admittedly, it's one of their more noble efforts, but it's still not as good as Halo 3 was. Halo 5 is Halo 5. And Halo Reach, well, it did its own thing. It was decent. Yeah, it was just decent. Yeah. So, that's really all I had to say. Yeah, surprisingly, not too much, not overly crazy amount to say, but, either way, it was really, I love Halo 3. Like, that's the thing, I just love Halo 3, and I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself about how much I love this game, but it's up there. Like, I consider this my personal favorite game of all time. I can go back to Halo 3 and play it over and over and over again and have no problem. In fact, I need to record gameplay footage for this video because I'm recording the audio first, so I need to go record gameplay. I'll see you guys next time with the next video. Peace out.